Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor, which is due unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders, a great most honorable well, and taught me this truth. And shalom to the elect of Yahweh Shai, the elect of Israel, man. Starting with 144,000. And it's the brother Napash coming back to you with another lesson from the GMS UK camp. And yeah, I'm going to get straight into it. This prophecy that I'm about to read for you is pretty much the major prophecy that we're looking out for in these last days, that's gonna, usher in the end. All right, the end that we are, looking out for with hope, because pretty much, we want to get out of this place. We want to get out of this kingdom. We want this kingdom to be destroyed. Esau's wicked kingdom, the wicked. And, everything has got a timing. Everything's according to prophecy. And this is pretty much one of the major prophecies before the destruction comes. All right, so let's read it. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. And that's talking about people. Okay. Whether they're, they're so-called wealthy in this society, whether they're not, whether they're in the prison system, whether they're so-called free, walking around. Right? It says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now, this was a vision that was being seen by John, and John was pretty much privy to seeing people queuing up, okay, and taking this mark. And he was seeing pretty much this time that we're in now, because that's very shortly going to happen. It's going to really shortly start happening, man. You're going to see people lining up in these different centers, okay, and they're going to be taking the CHIP. Right now, I've got to spell it like that because it's such a hot topic that the people who are in charge of, basically, clipping and banning videos. As soon as you start talking about that topic and you start going into it, what they'll do is they'll clip your videos, man. So we're very careful when we're going into this topic. And that should tell you something. The fact that that's happening should tell you that we've got the truth. Okay? Because the powers that be in a society, they don't want this truth to get out there. Okay? Right? It says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now, you got Elon Musk, he's got Neuralink. And you had that guy that took the CHIP in his brain. Okay, that's like an example, like a precursor to what's going to be happening, because it says foreheads. Okay? It says the right hand, which really can be, there's another scripture where it says hands. So, basically, you don't want to take this thing in your body, man. Okay? But when John was seeing it, he was actually seeing people get it in their hands. Okay? It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So without this thing, you're not going to be able to transact in this society. And if you think about it, a lot of things are transactions, okay? In this society, when you go towards when you have cash is there's no identity to cash. Anyone can walk into a store, pay with cash. You don't know who that was that paid it, okay? And that's why they're pushing towards a cashless society. If you've been watching over the years, they're pushing for a more digital payment system, more digital society. Because when it's digital, that's linked to a bank account. And if it's linked to a bank account, there's something called KYC. Okay, stands for Know Your Customer. And that pretty much goes into, supposedly it's like anti-fraud and things like that. It goes into identity, all right? Identification, all right? So that's why when you go into a bank, you set up an account. What do you have to do? You have to provide identification documentation. You have to show them where you live, right? Some kind of address proof. And you have to show them ID of who you are. Okay? So pretty much the money that you spend in your bank account through your debit card or your credit card or whatever, that's linked to your identification, who you are. That movie with Will Smith and was it Enemy of the State? He couldn't, if he was using any of that kind of stuff, they could track him. All right? So you can't be using, obviously we use that in the system. All right? But when this man ushers in the mark, we use debit cards and things of that nature. But when this man ushers in the mark, we're not going to take that. Okay? We're not going to take that charagma, which is what it is in the Greek. A thing that's cut into you, a thing that's inserted, which is that CHIP device. We're not going to take it. And everything is going to be on that device, whether it be it's going to be your ID, your medical records, your finances, your credits, if you will. Because that's what it is in this kingdom. It's really just credits. Okay, IOUs. And pretty much that is what you're going to be able to transact with. Okay? So without it, you're not going to be able to buy or sell in a society. And that's what this man is pushing now at this article. And that's why we're watching things. Okay, this is part of what we're watching. Right, this article on BBC News says UK set to introduce digital driving licenses. It says digital driving licenses are to be introduced in the UK as the government looks to use technology to transform public services. Because these old systems that they've got, everything is getting changed into the digital system. Because that's all part and parcel. Internet of Things, everything being connected, that's all part and parcel of the mark of the beast technology. Because through that CHIP, people are going to be able to access these different systems. Okay, that's how Esau's pushing this. It says they will be accessed on a new government smartphone app and could be accepted as a form of ID when buying alcohol. You notice that when buying alcohol, voting, or boarding domestic flights. Physical licenses will still be issued, but ministers, so that's started it's getting phased out slowly. But ministers believe the voluntary digital option will drag government into the 2020s, according to the Times. And a lot of people are going to take that up. Okay, when you give an option like that, people are going to take that up. And eventually they phase out the old way. Like, I always use examples of the bus. Over here in England, when you used to get on a bus, you could pay cash. You can't pay cash on a bus no more. Okay? Now people go on and they tap their cards. Okay, whether it be a specific card to travel around, like they got something called the Oyster card. Okay, or whether it be your debit card or even your phone. If you got your bank details on your phone, your card details, you just tap your phone. That's what, you can't pay cash anymore. They phased that out on a bus. So it's called gradualism over time, man, and that's how they're slowly getting people used to it. Now, it does say here, when you read further down, well, let's keep reading. It says, a government spokesperson told BBC News, the government is committed to using technology to make people's lives easier and transform public services. And that's what they're going to push for the CHIP. Supposedly, it's going to make people's lives easier. It's going to be supposedly more secure, all of that. Okay? Technology now makes it possible for digital identities to be more secure than physical ones, see? But we remain clear that they will not be made mandatory. But there will come a time when that CHIP is pushed mandatory, man. Okay? They're going to have to deceive the people. And a lot of the people out there are going to be deceived and they're going to take it. They're going to think it's a good thing. They're going to think it's, the next logical step. Okay? It says the virtual licenses could be used at supermarket self-checkouts, allowing customers to verify their own age without waiting for a member of staff. See, that's another thing. So you go to a supermarket now, you be waiting, and let's say you're going to buy a bottle of wine. right? You go to the self checkout, and you beat that in. You know, you got to wait for a member of staff to come over and look at you and approve you. People don't even like people like to just do things, you know. Um, well, let me not say that. More so, if 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 it's easier for people to just prove their own age and just get out of there, they're gonna do that. Okay, so there's different things that they're pushing, right? Oh, let's check this out. The digital licenses are likely to be launched as part of a wallet within a new government app called gov.uk. So this is all linked to the government, all right? And it's all linked to that MOTB, which is going to be pushed. Okay, everything becoming digital. And that's why the scriptures say what? You know, we read this in Revelation and we understand that. Scriptures tell us in 2 Corinthians 2 and 11, it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant, man. Okay, so we're gonna be reporting. Okay, we're gonna be reporting pretty much what's going on, and these articles like this are the signs of the times of how close we are to this thing being pushed. Okay, I want to get a scripture. Bear with me. Isaiah 62 verse 6, it says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night. That's us. We're the watchmen. We're watching these prophecies and we're reporting on them. We're raising the alarm on them. Okay, to Israel. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. And I said that, start this lesson, I said, look, we want to get out of here. We want this place to be destroyed. Because if this place is destroyed, then scriptures tell us what? All right, we're in Esau's kingdom right now. We're at the end, right? Scriptures tell us this plainly. 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, it says, for Esau is the end of the world, which where it says world there, you can put an age there if you want. Okay, it's the end of this man's age, his rulership. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. That's that everlasting kingdom spoken of in Daniel. That's what, you know, when Yahushua comes and establishes that on the earth, okay, with his elect. That's what we want to be part of. We don't want to be in this cesspool, man. We don't want to be in this wicked place. Okay, so we're constantly watching for the prophecies, and one of the major prophecies is this one. Okay, and we're constantly doing videos reporting it. So that's how you know, hey, starting with our apostles and elders at Great Millstone, we've got this truth, man, because they're really trying to shut us down. Okay, with this particular subject, you try and say something else, they don't care. Okay, you soon you start saying the status, that it's the CHIP, they have a problem with it. Okay, and you can just see it. If your eyes aren't blinded, you just look at society, you can see it, man. That's why Apostle Tahar's always said it. When that CHIP comes out, man, a lot of these camps that are teaching other doctrines regarding the mark, they're going to be shaken up. People are going to get worried, man. When they did that C19 thing, people were worried. They were searching for answers. What do I do? What do I do? I ain't gonna lie, man. As a believer and a teacher in Great Millstone, I wasn't worried. Okay, because there's a foundation set through the spirit and power of the Yahweh Shai by our teachers. Okay, I already know. No, I ain't doing that. Never trust. All kind of precepts are thrown through your mind. Never trust thine enemy. Okay, no cuttings in the flesh. Okay, all kinds of things. It's you already instinctively almost you spiritually know that I ain't doing that. That's unclean. Okay. Oh, the Lord will heal you. Trust in the Lord with all thy might. Now, brothers were getting sick and that, but we weren't worried, man. All right, we trust in Yahweh Shemiel Shai, and it's going to be the same thing, Lord willing, with the CHIP. Okay. But you had these other camps. You had people out there who were, let's say, call them, they don't belong to no camp. asking all kinds of questions, people panicking. Okay, you had leaders of certain camps saying just take it. It's a madness, man. So pretty much, you know, the answers are out there, man. All right, we're telling you what the answers are. We're preparing you, and ultimately when that test comes, man, you gotta hope that the Lord is with you to not take that chip, because Yahweh Shai promised that. He said it in Revelation 3, and I'll probably close out on this. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience," which is this truth. Okay, we're patient, we're suffering, we're teaching, we're learning. "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth." So the hour of temptation is upon us, man. And you got to get your mind right. You got to be stable. Isaiah 33:6 tells you, "Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation." Okay, so you got to have this knowledge, man. You got to know what this is, and you got to be armed spiritually and prepared for what's coming, because Esau's coming, man. Okay, Revelation 12:12, that the devil, knowing he have a short time, coming down for great wrath. He's coming, and you got to be prepared, man. Okay, that's why we do these videos. So anyway, Lord willing, that was an edifying lesson in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. With that, man, I'm going to say shalom. Shalom to the elect.